I know your name?
My name is Romeo Julieta Sataman.
Okay, Ma'am Romia.
Yes.
I am your student nurse for today and for this evening, and I will be teaching you about your health concern, which is hyperacidity. So, can you tell me what do you understand about hyperacidity?
Hyperacidity is a
Yeah.
condition where your stomach is painful because you're not eating properly, like that. Something like that.
And yes, and also call it as an acid reflux, right?
Yeah.
When you're feeling like you're
Worst
vomiting. Yeah. So, when we say hyperacidity, right,
Yeah.
or acid reflux, it it occurs when your uh, stomach is full of acid, and then also it can lead to more serious illness like ulcer, and if left untreated.
Okay.
So now we're going to talk about hyperacidity. So firstly, we're going to tackle all this one, the definition, and then the cause and contributing factors, signs and symptoms, demonstrate knowledge, proper eating habits, importance of proper hydration. Tapos, describe treatments and natural remedies, code to live by, and biblical principles to health and lifestyle adjustments. So, yes, when we say hyperacidity, or also known as acid reflux, is or esophageal reflux disease, or also called grade, yeah, occurs when our stomach acid frequently flows back into the esophagus. This black flow can irritate the lining of the esophagus, causing discomfort and potentially leading to more serious health issues if left untreated. Yeah, that's it. Yes, the acid reflux, right? When we feel that it's acid, acid in our stomach, we feel like vomiting, right? The kind of what can you explain the is it the the type of acid that came from your mouth, or
Yeah.
it's like
Backwards,
going
yeah.
wants to backflow the acid from your stomach, right? And yeah, it will lead to more serious if it continues, right? So next, we tackle about the causes of hyperacidity. Number one here is about stress, diet, and medication, and your combination of the dietary factors, lifestyle choices, and underlying medical conditions. Common culprits include consuming fatty or spicy foods, right? And then large meals and excessive alcohol or caffeine. So which these are the example of causes of the hyperacidity. Which is we are eating, right? Spicy foods, acidic foods, like can you give example of acidic foods that you're drinking? Like soft drinks,
Yeah, something or like
spicy food, noodles, especially noodles, and then large meals. If you're eating too much,
Yeah,
also
I cannot eat too much.
you cannot eat
Every
too
time I
much.
will eat a lot, I will lose the tummy.
Yes,
You
that's
understand?
that's the causes.
Yeah, because I cannot.
And also, are you drinking more caffeine?
Mm.
Not right. And yeah, you're also stressed and
Yeah.
about your schedule, about your clinics, and also your lack of sleep and rest. That's why, yeah, we need to sleep. We need rest and sleep. And yeah, next is we'll talk about the signs and symptoms. The heartburn. heartburn, bloating, flatulence, nausea or vomiting, acidic or sour taste in the mouth. Do you feel these symptoms? Do you ever feel these symptoms?
Maybe just nausea and vomit.
Vomit on me. So when we say heartburn, right, it's like our
I'm not yet in that level.
yeah. Okay. Okay, I will just explain you about heartburn. A burning sensation in the chest, often felt behind the breastbone. And also for bloating, flatulence, gas build up in the stomach and intestines due to poor digestion. Yeah, we feel like the air in our stomach, and yeah, we feel bloated sometimes. And also nausea or vomiting. When we excessive stomach acid can irritate the stomach lining, leading to nausea and in some cases vomiting. And usually also acidic or sour taste in the mouth. This can be result of acid refluxing into the throat, or like you want to something is going right. You want to spit something, and yeah, that's the signs and symptoms of hyperacidity. So next is to talk about the proper eating habits. Proper eating habits is yeah. Number one, eating smaller or more frequent meals, avoiding trigger foods like spicy and fatty meals, and limiting nighttime eating. So, when you're eating, are you usually eating too much food at night? Like that, right? And that's the yeah. We need to eat smaller also, not that one time a meal you're not you're excessively eating large meal like that once a day. And then also avoid overeating. Stop eating when you feel 75% full. Don't push yourself to eat more when you feel full. Yeah, to allow your stomach to empty faster. And then also eating slowly. Take time to chew food thoroughly and then allowing your body to digest it more efficiently. Yeah, we need to chew first our food, enjoy it while eating. So yes, next is about importance of proper hydration. Yeah. Are you drinking enough water in a day, right? How much is the regular eight glasses? Supposed to be 8 glasses a day. And then yeah, I will talk about the importance. Water aids in breaking down food, which can reduce the burden and the digestive system and minimize acid production. And also, staying hydrated helps our digestive process moving smoothly and may reduce symptoms and prevent also constipation. Drinking water can help neutralize stomach acid and soothe irritation in the esophagus, offering relief from acid reflux and heartburn. Okay, when drinking water, right, when we feel like vomiting, it can also reduce our acid reflux. So next, we have here the lifestyle adjustments. Yeah, we need to avoid like drinking, smoking, drinking alcohol, right? This both can lead to stomach acid also flowing back into the esophagus, causing heartburn and acid reflux. And also, stress can trigger hyperacidity by increasing the production of stomach acid and affecting the LES. Also, physical activity. So, regular exercise can help maintain a healthy weight, which can reduce pressure on the stomach and lower the risk of acid reflux. However, higher impact exercises can increase abdominal pressure, potentially worsening symptoms, so low impact activities like walking, swimming, or yoga are recommended. So, ma'am, can you give me what what is your lifestyle? Like, are you doing your routine every day? Are you
Sleeping, wake up early and then
Yes.
working for my internship. But I'm not used to do swimming or whatever. Maybe just walking.
Yeah, and also doing sports, right? Sometimes you're doing sports. Yeah, we need that in order to, right, exercise can improve our digestive system. And also sleep habits, elevating the head of the bed can help prevent acid reflux during sleep. Also waiting at least 2 hours after eating before lying down is important. Yeah, it's important. When you're after eating, you will not sleep first, right? We need to wait to digest first the food that we eat. And yes, that's it for lifestyle adjustments. And we move on to treatments and natural remedies. So we have here the different types of medication or the medicine that we're going to take in order to relieve the pain. We have here antacids, H2 blockers, PPIs. Yeah. Antacids, when we say antacids, this neutralize stomach acid and provide quick relief but are not long-term solutions. It's just like when you drink it, it's not temporary or like just soothe the pain only. And then next is the H2O blockers. These reduce acid production and are often used for more frequent heartburn. And then PPIs, these also reduce acid production and are more potent than H2 blockers but should be used under medical supervision, right? Are you taking this one? Sometimes what medication or like you never take, right? Never antacids. Oh. So antacids, this can relieve the heartburn and reduce the right? Acid in our stomach. And also, this one is just only we will take only if the doctor or the medical supervision we will not take it without the what do you call that? Doctor's advice or right? And then also avoid trigger foods like fatty, spicy, fried foods can worsen hyperacidity. Don't lie down after eating. And then elevate the head of your bed. This can help prevent acid reflux and then acid reflux at night. So we have here the natural remedies. Yeah, ginger, bananas, aloe vera juice, and then baking soda, fennel seeds, chamomile tea. These are the natural remedies that we can take. Or if we don't have, we can alternatives. We can buy fruits like ginger. Some research suggests that ginger help reduce acid reflux and heartburn. Bananas also rich in potassium and can help neutralize stomach acid. Aloe vera juice. Some people find aloe vera juice provides relief from heartburn. Baking soda, a teaspoon of baking soda. So, ma'am, these are the natural remedies, right? The ginger, banana, aloe vera juice, baking soda, fennel seeds, chamomile tea. So, if you find it easier, we just take or eat the ginger or make ginger tea. And then for the bananas, yes, you can find it in the store or you can buy and eat. And also for aloe vera juice, if you find it in the store, you can also buy them for your to provides relief from heartburn. And yeah, so we have here the quote to live by. Can you read it for me?
Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. Yes. Next, be about this, sorry, this one.
1 Corinthians
10 verse 31.
So whether
Here,
you eat or drink
or
or whatever
whatever
you
you
do,
do it all for your glory of God.
Do not,
Do it, okay na?
do not be wise in your
Your
own
own
eyes,
eyes,
fear the Lord, and depart from evil. It will be
Health
health
to your flesh and
strength
strength
to
to
your
your
bones.
bones. Stewardship of the body.
For good will be in worship all the items. Okay.
Yeah, you know the sunlight, grass,
Yeah.
exercise,
Sunlight,
water,
grass, exercise, water,
air, race,
diet,
and
self-control.
self-control. And yeah,
Choices will be
wisdom and applying biblical principles impact health by offering guidance for living a life that promotes well-being. Yeah.
Seeking God's wisdom
Wisdom for making healthy choices, understanding the importance of
worship of God,
health, and seeking God's healing when facing illness. In conclusion, what we learn about hyperacidity, right? Hyperacidity is like the acids that we're feeling, right? That flow back in our esophagus when we're feeling like coming out in our throat. And yeah, it can lead to more serious illness if you're not eating good, eating healthy foods, or yeah. We need to practice and apply proper eating habits, proper hydration, lifestyle adjustments, natural treatment in order to fight hyperacidity. Remember this, you are what you eat.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That's
Thank
so
you.
good.
You understand what
Hyperacidity is
Learn.
really about stomach
takeaways.
painful,
Yes.
and then of course spicy food, and that's
Yes.
all. And you have to eat banana,
Mhm.
ginger, and so on.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Heartburn.